this is a big deal because what the Supreme Court just effectively said unanimously, ladies and gentlemen, 9-0, was that, you know what? Your states, just because you don't like a guy, you can't kick him off the ballot. It's not allowed. You can't do that. This is amazing, right? Because this is not even partisan. This is 9-0, a unanimous finding. So even though the likes of Whoopi Goldberg and a whole bunch of lefty extremists want to present this as some kind of political maneuver, I'm telling you here, listen to me, it's not. Because we've got liberal justices on that court as well. And this was a unanimous decision, 9-1. Whoopi, you're going to have to live with it. Watch her here as this news came in moments ago on The View.
Standing ovations, but we want you to be comfortable. The Supreme Court has just ruled unanimously that Colorado courts cannot keep you-know-who off the state's ballot for engaging in insurrection, finding that a state cannot make a call that could have a national impact on a federal election. Of course, unless it's about a woman's right to choose, but let's not get into that. What do you all think of this? I mean, is anybody surprised by this decision?
No, and I actually think it was the right decision to make, because it would have, if Colorado had been allowed to do that, we'd have this chaotic sort of process where you have 50 states and some are choosing to put him on the ballot and some are choosing not to put him on the ballot. So that's why this decision was unanimous in judgment. But if you read the dissent by Justices Sotomayor and Kagan and also Jackson, they are saying the Supreme Court went too far here because they answered a question that wasn't before them. The only question that was before this court was, can a state do this? Instead, what they did was they insulated all alleged insurrectionists from future challenges to their holding federal office. And it is a tenet of Supreme Court law. I am a Supreme Court a bar admitted attorney. It says what it does today, the court should have left undone. And we always learn that in law school. The Supreme Court should just answer the question before it. And I had far too much hope that the court would be united in this and not overstep in favor of Donald Trump. And I think what we saw was a court where justices that behaved in a partisan manner, and that disappoints me.
Come on. Okay, so they want to make this all partisan. I'm sorry, it was 9-0. Okay, they unanimously decided that states cannot just go out on their own and say, you know what, I don't like this candidate, and therefore I'm not going to allow the American voters to vote for this candidate. Donald Trump celebrating this big win, saying it's a big win for America on his Truth Social. I mean, think of how insane, okay? Can we just say, think of how insane this was, that this even had to go to the Supreme Court. This is why I'm telling you, it's the little boy who cried wolf. After a while, people are like, come on, enough already. You keep trying. You're taking up our time. You're taking up our resources. You get the Supreme Court having a rule on this thing because you're all a bunch of freaking idiots. Okay, now I'm just getting mad.